I just have your phone number.
Mine, yeah.
What is it?
You can get those digits.
Yeah, let me get them digits, bro.
Welcome to the Backpost Podcast, your place to come and get your RLGLA updates. I'm your host, Shade, alongside Bacon, the manager of the Legends, and we all know him. We all love him. The owner of the league, the manager of the Dragons, Pitch. Week 2 of the season is in the books, fellas, and it was a doozy. We had some great matchups, and to start off the week, we had the sweep of the Reapers by the Mafia after the Reapers had an impressive week 1.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened here. Koala had all the momentum with his lineup coming out of week one, having performed all these magical feats of just dropping the roster, signing some dudes, and going out and playing Rocket League. And they just came crashing down to earth. So it didn't go well, but it definitely gives them a lot of material to work on and see how they can improve.
Yeah, the Reapers came out flat in this one. You really do hate to see it. These guys had such a crazy week one, and we gave them all the praise in last week's episode. But Memphis, from the start in week one, going up against the White Sharks, I mean, I kind of said that they look stronger than what happened on the score sheet. They just absolutely came out here and did their job, gave the sweep to Death Valley, and Memphis definitely a scary team to look forward to on your schedule. So all props to them guys, Reapers. Even though you guys do play very good Rocket League together, guys gotta have to work on a couple things here and there. So yeah, good game overall, but Memphis, congratulations.
Reapers deserved it. Craney still has yet to sign my profile, so
Hmm.
Reapers, get good, idiots.
Craney's still yet to talk to anybody.
Damn it, Craney.
Yeah, we have no idea what the man sounds like.
I'm wondering so bad, Craney do a voice reveal.
Do it while you sign my profile. That takes us into Atlanta, Dallas. With the 3-1 going to Atlanta. Dallas struggling these first 2 weeks.
Well, I think Dallas kind of got a rough draw to start their season. Because I mean they ran into us week one, and then had to go Atlanta week two. I think it's still just a little bit of chemistry that they're having to build with Wolf, but Atlanta, showing that they are as of right now the stronger team.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to counter you a little bit. I mean, I think Wolf and them guys play very well together. Atlanta only dropping a single game all last season, and they lost last week via the reverse sweep to the Pythons. They even lost a game here. I still think Mob Debbie and Aiden got some figuring out to do, but altogether, like you said, luck of the draw, the scheduling. Dallas got the short end of the stick, but other than that, I think come some other teams, Dallas definitely finds some wins here coming up. I think they got New York next week, and I forget who week 4, but I remember looking at it and thinking, yeah, you guys are gonna rebound pretty nicely. So we'll see what Dallas is made of coming up.
Well, speaking of New York, they were the first game of Tuesday night versus San Francisco. And it was a pretty good matchup. We had a 3-2 victory for New York. And they see Dallas next week, you said, right? So how do you guys feel about this matchup? You see
Oh,
anything special?
oh man, it kicked off a tremendous Tuesday, if you will, with all series going to five. Uh, but Taco and the boys got just a little bit better of Six Foal and her squad. This was Six Foal's debut with San Fran. So, two teams still trying to work things out, but gave us an entertaining series. I'm excited to see where they both go.
Yeah, New York, what an excellent start they've gone off to. They're 2-0 now. They swept Omaha in week 1, came out here and got the job done in game 5 here against San Fran. Like you said, that roster on San Fran is pretty good. They got Six Full, Ludo, KJ, and Toothless all pretty good players and no blue chips on either team. And they got out here. They're top four in the standings now, and they got the job done. New York, props and hats off to you. No Reckless this week. That he was part of that sweep Omaha last week. They got the job done with their other three guys. Demo looks pretty scary. I don't know if you guys paid any attention to these guys, but Demo looks pretty good.
We had a lot of scrim this week, so I watched when I could. But Tuesday was Jay's birthday. Jay had a game on Tuesday. Jay won a series on Tuesday. Omaha versus Philly, 3-2. Happy birthday, Jay!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Jay!
How y'all feel about that?
We gave Jay a birthday present. That's what we did. Listen, I'll say it
I'm sticking to it.
I'll say it every chance that I get. Happy birthday, Jay! You won't get another one from us. I promise you that. Find us in them cup matches, bro. But hats off to Omaha, honestly. Jay and Code. We talked last week about how they probably had to figure that one out a little bit after that sweep, and they looked pretty good. They gave us a run for our money. We came out strong in game one. We won 3-0. I think we lost game two, and then went on to game three. We won like 5-3, and then it was just they gave us a run for our money a little bit. They took our money. Okay,
so, I was about to say I'm about to counter you real quick, Pitch, because they gave you a run for your money, but then they took your money and they bought lunch with it. Now, both of these teams, I think, at least as of Tuesday, were struggling with the identity of their third. And I've said it to you, Pitch, for the past couple weeks. That's going to be the question of Philly is who's going to step up and play with Pitch and Max, who already have that chemistry. And I've said the same thing to Jay regarding him and Code. Chadwick has had his moments, and what I was surprised was they got this win before Jay signed another player. Kyron, is that how it's pronounced? We talked about him last week a little bit. I think Jay found his third after beating you guys. So I'm very excited to see where Omaha goes from here. I know that you guys in Philly will figure it out. So cup matches, I can't wait to see Omaha and Philly again.
Yeah, we're both sitting pretty much in the middle of the bracket. We'll need probably a couple sweeps to jump into that top four. So say we don't, and I think that middle cup, you'll probably see these two teams in the championship for that cup. So I'm looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, and that game brought us into our final one of our tremendous Tuesday. Our old buddy Boomer and his Galaxy against Palm Beach, who gave us a beautiful reverse sweep in week one. And they damn near did it again, but they did fall up a little short to Galaxy 3-2. It was an exciting series, but it wasn't what I wanted out of it. But not competitive games. No. Very lopsided games. I believe the first two Galaxy shut out Palm Beach. Am I correct on that?
I don't think shutout.
No, I don't think it was shutout.
They won in pretty large margins, and then
the shutouts came from Palm Beach, shutting out Galaxy in the following two.
Yeah, in games 3 and 4. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of. Okay,
yeah. So we were in Discord, like, oh man, Galaxy not scoring in 2 games. That's a bit wild.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing, and then they came out in game 5 where Palm Beach was looking to reverse sweep again for the second week in a row, and they won that game like 6-1. So I mean, very anticlimactic ending to that series, but it was still a fun one to watch and commentate.
And let me hashtag fact check myself via Sixfold, but not really because I just looked it up. Galaxy did shut them out in game 1, and remember, game 2, Grant put in a goal at the end of regulation to send it into overtime. So Palm Beach didn't actually score a goal in the first 2 games.
That's right.
That's why I was thinking that.
That's right.
That yes.
I don't
So
know. But team got the goal.
they
Wait.
did, but Grant did it. So
Wait.
that's why I was there, but I was still wrong. So I apologize.
Bacon, me and you were casting that game, right?
Did I cast Galaxy? It's
I
been
think
a
you did.
weak pitch. You can't ask me that.
You did. It was you. It was
I think it was us too, and we were baffled by that own goal by Crane. Can we touch on that for a second? So I think there was another issue during that game. I actually got a little inside info from Doggo. King Koa is colorblind. So
yeah.
so I think he bumped Grant thinking that he was like, "Oh, I'm going for this demo," and he bumped Grant. And I think right after that is when he owned gold because he was trying to keep it away. So I think that's hilarious.
That is a tidbit of information. My goodness.
Teams, King Koa is colorblind. Take advantage.
Attack!
Take it. That takes us into Wednesday, where we had our game of the week. Brothers playing each other. Las Vegas, Monterey, doing big things. Las Vegas takes it 3-1 though, and I don't really know if it was game of the week material.
They tried. I mean, the build up to it, brother versus brother, Samu versus Log, everything on paper said game of the week, and honestly, Monterey never got comfortable in their series. And we, as Columbus, kind of saw that a little bit beforehand because we did get to scrim Monterey.
Yeah.
And they did not look comfortable in that scrim.
And that word weird.
Yeah. Regardless of whatever lineup we put out there as Columbus, they never really got comfortable. And we saw that kind of spill over into the series. It'll take a little more time, but I look forward to these brothers facing off again later this season.
Yeah, I think even without the headlines, brother versus brother, longtime friend versus longtime friend, coach versus whatever, I thought these two teams were the best two teams on paper. Come week one, I had White Sharks even number one in the power rankings. And then Las Vegas just came out here. They signed Samu, and they just absolutely gave it to the White Sharks. I mean, they gave Monterey a game, or Monterey, sorry, Shade. Let me just capitalize on that opportunity. But Las Vegas even winning 8-0, I think in Game 3, it was just an absolute blowout. And from here on out, Las Vegas, I think, is just the team to watch.
And you got a prime time player.
Yeah, so every game of the week, we're gonna have Pitch's dog of the week. It's going to be game of the week specific. This week, I'm going to give it to Wrath Titan, the number 3 overall pick headed to Las Vegas. He absolutely outshined Chipmunk and Samu, his GC teammate. Scored 7 goals in this one. He was top of the leaderboard in half of the games. Wrath Titan, you absolutely deserve dog of the week. What a great performance that you gave this week. You didn't show much week 1 against the Thunderbirds, but hey, you came out here and you did your stuff. Game of the week, prime time, Wednesday night, dog.
Congratulations, Wrath. Moving on to Friday. We had 2 games. That's tonight. We just did these games. We got Myrtle Beach going against Kansas City. Kansas City taking it 3-2. The gameplay felt a little slow at the beginning, but it was a series.
Yeah, this was an interesting one, and there was a transaction that kind of affected it, so we'll talk about that more later. But Mythic now being on Kansas City kind of gives them a little bit of identity, and boy, did he put the game on his back pitch.
Yeah, I was casting this game, and at one point I called him the Kansas City Mythics. I mean, he is the reason that they took this series. Myrtle Beach, they took 2 games here. They forced a game 5, but Kansas City just came out and did their stuff. I think they were Braziled at one point in game 5. I think it ended 7-2 though. But either way, Mythic and Kansas City, they look pretty good with their new lineup. Things didn't match up pretty well with Flakes and Bluey, who he ended up trading to U Bacon and the Legends. Um, what a gift that was for Flakes. They pulled out week 2, and they stay alive here, not dropping 2 games in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, you're welcome, Flakes. Stop questioning why I traded you Mythic.
Speaking of Columbus, we played Hayes this week in a sweep of 3-0. We got them. They looked a lot better, though. And, Louis was having some internet problems. After game 2, I started having some internet problems. So apparently that's going around from people I've talked to. But we were able to pull it out 3-0, putting us tied for first in the league, which is pretty sweet.
You guys played on Thursday, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to. Yeah.
What a dumpster fire.
They got crazy. We were in lobby waiting, ready, but things didn't turn out that way. We ended up moving it to Friday. Bacon made that decision. I was happy with the forfeit win, but I understand also playing. It was fun.
Yeah, I wanted to give Smurfy a real shot to manage his team this week with his new player Waffles. I also wanted to give us a chance to kind of see what Louis had in game action. No offense to Hayes, but until they prove otherwise, we definitely had a W on the board for this week. It was just a matter of how many games it was going to take. And I mean, hats off to Hayes. They forced my hand enough that I was not able to sub. So I kept the lineup in there to secure the sweep, but I think that lineup's going to be scary down the road.
Yeah, and yesterday, or we're recording this on the Friday, so yesterday on Thursday when you guys were supposed to play, you had a completely different lineup. I think it was Mythic, Bard, and Count again, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, and then so after the trades went down and the game was pushed back to the next day, Waffle wasn't going to be available on Thursday, but he was on Friday. So that forced you to put pretty much your best lineup in there and play away. And it was kind of obvious that they were battling a little bit. I mean, game 1 you guys took it 2-0. That was a fun game to watch, kind of on the edge the whole time. And then down at the end of the series, Hayes was battling with you guys a little bit. It was 2-2, or sorry, it was 2-0. You guys tied it up at 2-2, and it went into overtime. And I thought Hayes was going to collect a win in the series here. I had no doubt in my mind that you guys were going to win this one, but definitely a good Houston Hayes roster to look out for. They're going to figure it out, I think, eventually.
Yeah, they're definitely figuring it out. It'll continue to get better. Gotta let those demos not get in your head though.
Sheesh.
Is that what happened?
I mean, one of those players, pretty triggered about the demos apparently, which is why I targeted them.
Can I call him out? Can I say it? Can I do it?
Do it.
I'm not
Kaipo.
Oh,
Kaipo, our 8-bit Scottish friend.
We love him.
Do not get triggered. Yeah,
hot-headed Irishman.
Do not get triggered by the demos, my guy. You know how to play the game. It's going to happen. Deliver some of your own. Because there were moments where Hayes was kind of going after me a little bit. And you screwed up because Louis and Shade have that ice in them. And the counterattack was real. So,
yeah. Hats off to you guys. You guys played a good series against definitely a new and improved Hayes roster from a season ago.
Yeah, I respect it. So, new thing we're also doing is a Shade Player of the Week. Do you guys have any guesses? Who do you think I'm going to say?
Mythic?
Only one person it can be. Yeah, it's my boy Mythic putting the team on his back.
Let's go.
Week. I mean, he balled out. You deserve it, Mythic. Before tonight, I was going to give it to Jay because he did some good stuff, and it was his birthday week. But Mythic said, "Screw Jay, I'm the man. He does.
Mythic absolutely balled out. That was a fun series to watch.
Yeah, big props to him. He's a good player. Sorry to see him go from us, but Louis is gonna be good for the team. So, props to you, Mythic. Shades Player of the Week.
Interview time.
We're gonna send it over to our pre-recorded interview with the brothers. We had some malfunctions take place, but here's the interview. Enjoy, peeps.
All right, well, welcome, boys. There. So, leading up to this game, T Mac, I want to ask you specifically first. I mean, leading up to this game, brother versus brother, was there any trash talk between you two before the game, or?
There was definitely a little bit, just a moderate amount of fun trash talk.
I would expect, text every day like, "Yo, I'm gonna beat your butt. Come up on Wednesday." So,
A little of that, and then putting the picture or my profile picture of Chipmunk passed out at my wedding was a good power move there.
that's right. You gotta assert your dominance. Who's the older brother?
I am.
You're the older brother. Okay, so Chipmunk, you deserved that one.
Yep.
But on the flip side of that, Chipmunk being the little brother, how did it feel to collect that dub?
It felt good, always growing up being second player. It's nice to stick one to him, I guess.
Absolutely, and that it was a very important win and a big matchup, and now it has your team actually tied at the top of the table with Columbus. So that's got to feel good, yeah. Start the season.
Yeah, it feels nice. So far, I think our team's going to do well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the additions you brought in were absolutely crazy. You guys are looking to stay on top for the rest of the season. So, T Mac, any sour taste about losing your brother, or do you have any hard feelings about it?
Oh, not too much. We didn't play our best, so hard to be too upset there. I mean, obviously we wanted to win that one pretty bad, but uh, on top of the sibling rivalry, Samu that got added to Vegas also knows Log and Clergy on my squad, so there was some bad blood across the board, I think.
Yeah, from what I was told, Log used to be Samu's coach, and he's like a longtime friend, right?
Coach for sure. I'm not sure about the longtime friend. It kind of seems like it, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to see, such close relationships in this game to be played. I mean, this is almost like a Kelsey Bowl type thing. So, yeah, that was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, hopefully we see it again come playoff time. See it on a bigger scale there.
Well, and that kind of leads me to my question. So not even playoff time because we have the cups throughout the season. So you guys definitely could be looking forward to playing each other in one of those cups, perhaps.
Yeah, hopefully.
More
I haven't looked at a ton of those cups, honestly. So I'm not exactly sure how they lay out, but I think they're definitely going to be a neat addition.
Absolutely. And Chickmunk, the one question I did have for you still, being near the top, is there any team you're anxious to play, or you think you're just going to run it through?
Honestly, right now I think we're sitting all right. We just scrimmed actually Galaxy tonight, and I think we did okay. I think Boomer had some internet issues, but I think the more we play together as a team, we're gonna grow and get stronger, and I think we'll be all right throughout the season. I'm not too worried looking at the schedule ahead.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
So, T Mac, you and the White Sharks. So, are you familiar with the cup layout? Or not really?
Like top four is in the first cup, and then the middle eight are in that second cup. Is that accurate?
Yeah, so I mean that first cup you get, that's kind of the top tier cup for round four, and then that second cup, which my team and your team both are sitting in currently. So we're gonna call it the pre-Comic Cup era, era. I mean, how do you feel about your games coming up this week or the next couple of weeks before we get into Cup play? You got the Galaxy next week; they're 2-0, and you got the Knights who are also 2-0 coming up. Do you think you can slide into the top four come week 4? Is that something that you guys are trying to push for?
Definitely possible. We're kind of just taking it one day or one game at a time at this point, but beating Koa and Boomer would be a nice win this week. Kind of put right the ship there. Koa is part of our normal squad, part of the group of guys who are all from Omaha, so kind of another personal one there. So would like to take that one and then um, go be 2-1 when we go in to face the Knights and hopefully earn our top spot there for that first cup.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I think you guys have the ability to get it done. You definitely have some tough matchups coming up. I think, with the way scheduling has came to be, you guys are probably on the harder side with your top first lineups. But, come week 8, there's a second set of cups where you might see yourself in that time. But, yeah, definitely a first rough 4 weeks for you and the White Sharks. So looking forward to see what you guys can do.
Yeah, I kind of looked at the schedule, saw it was a little front heavy, and I kind of like that. See where we're at right at the beginning, and then hit our stride down the stretch. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's a good way to think about it. So, good luck to you guys. It's going to be a fun ride, and I can't wait to see if you guys play each other in any cups or in the playoffs. That's going to be a crazy one.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see how it goes down the line, who we get matched up against. And then we have our youngest brother, who's the manager of the Stallions, and Mom Debbie, and it'll be another one that'll be fun to play.
Good old Mom Debbie.
Well, boys, yeah, we definitely want to thank you guys for coming on. Giving us your take as brothers and competitors. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. So far, I mean, league's been awesome. Definitely look forward to playing every week, and stepping up as managers added another interest into the league for me. Make it even more exciting.
I was going to say thank you for stepping up for manager. You and T-Mac both. It's fun having 3 brothers spread out amongst different teams. It's going to be fun to see you guys all match up together later on the season. So
I think so. I think it'll be definitely interesting.
cool. Well, we appreciate you boys stopping on. Good luck on your upcoming games and all.
Good luck to you guys as well.
Thanks again for having us, and we'll see you guys in our matchups in the future.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Those guys are great. Happy we got to interview them. Be looking forward to some more interviews, or even just having someone on to, help us do the podcast. We're going to take it into the standings, where our boy Pitch is going to run them down and see where's everyone's moved around for the week 2, going into week 3.
All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. So at the bottom of the standings, we have 4 0-2 teams left. So our Lightspeed Cup eligible teams will only include 4 teams. So right where they should be, 0-2 teams. We have the Myrtle Beach Thunderbirds, the Bandits, the Hayes, and Dallas D2. All teams that, in my opinion, are on the rise. 13 through 16. Look forward to not seeing them there come soon. But we'll jump back up to the top. So for our Comic Cup eligible, and if you guys are still confused about the cups, go back and watch week 1's episode where I explain them a little bit more. So 1 through 4 are our only 4 2-0 teams. Las Vegas High Rollers, who are sitting at the top with 5 points. They're 2-0. The Columbus Legends, who jumped from 7 up to 2, now with 5 points. They're 2-0. Houston Galaxy, who sweeped last week, but won in Game 5 this week. So they only have 4 points. And New York Knights, who won in Game 5 this week, also with a sweep last week. 4 points for them, 2-0. Outside looking in with the Meteor Cup eligible, that second tier cup, we got the Philadelphia Dragons and the Memphis Mafia, both with 3 points sitting there at 1-1. The Monterey White Sharks and the Death Valley Reapers, as well as the Atlanta Stallions at 7, 8, and 9. They all got 2 points. They're 1-1. And the Pythons, Convicts, who just found their first win this week, as well as the Omaha Cyclones, who also won their first game this week. They're all at 1 point. They're at the 10 through 12th spot. Definitely looking forward to weeks 3 and 4. And we're gonna get to see matchups for our first, cups, our first round of cups. So there's gonna be a fun couple weeks coming up here.
Awesome. That takes us into the trades and signings of the week. Some sad stuff here, some fun stuff here. We got Omaha releasing Skull. They found their third, I think, from what I've noticed, right?
Yes, they signed Kyron.
Yeah. That's not on here. Good point.
Which we scrimmed. We actually scrimmed Omaha without Jay. And had some very competitive matches. We did lose Louis about halfway through the scrim.
Better without Jay, though.
Yeah, confirmed from what everyone's saying. They're better without Jay, so yeah. I guess we'll see.
Bench yourself, Jay. Coward.
Yeah, Kyron, I watched him play in week 1 with the Thunderbirds before they released him. I thought he's a very good teammate. Good player, good teammate all around. So I think he's going to be a good addition to Omaha here.
For sure. Then our team.
Oh, Columbus. What did you guys do, huh?
Pissed off somebody. And he showed out today. Mythic.
Apparently pissed off the whole league. So everybody wants
You
to
are
be
the
mad.
villain.
And you know what? People are a little quick to forget my man Louis. But yes, I traded Mythic and a Season 4 third round pick to the Convicts for Louis. We found out last week that Louis had requested a trade, and as of Thursday, nothing had been done. So, just thinking through some things, kind of put a feeler out, and the Convicts bid on it. Really no reason to trade Mythic. Mythic's a great dude. As he showed this week, he's a phenomenal player. It's just we've got a little bit of chemistry with Louis as well, something that we decided to do. So I think both teams will end up being better off for it. I think Mythic will end up being better off for it. So that's kind of why it happened. We can stop talking about it.
Yeah, from my understanding, I mean, Louis is he's one of the guys, right? I mean, Louis been in the server, the 8-bit server, for a little bit now. He's even got a profile picture 8-bit. So I mean, I think that's a no-brainer trade. I don't think there should be any hate thrown either way. I mean, you just want to bring one of the dudes to the team. So
I hate you, Bacon. And moving on. No, I'm excited for Louis. He's a great player. He's also a really good dude. Mythic gelled with the team, though. He was a really good dude. Convicts they got a guy, and he proved it tonight. He put that chip on his shoulder and showed out. So, big props to him. Happy to have Louis. I'm done with my trolls on Bacon. He made a move. It is what it is.
Thank God.
It's been fun trolling you, though. Moving on to our notable and game of the weeks. We have in here notable Galaxy versus Monterey and Philly Palm Beach. I would agree. Those should be some pretty good games.
Yeah, Monterey's got a rebound from the brother v brother matchup. I think Galaxy kind of need to rebound, getting pushed to Game 5. So that right there it's a very crucial week 3 matchup.
Yeah, in our game of the week, we got two of the defending champions versus the other defending champion, Jay versus Bacon and Shade. Oh my God, it's gonna be an absolute banger of a series. What are you guys looking at coming into Omaha?
Honestly, I'm asleep. You know.
Well, yeah, I don't know. So far this season, this is probably the team that I think we've scrimmed the most. Um, Bunch of ups and downs and never having a complete roster. So if both teams are able to have their complete roster, that's going to be a whole new matchup that we haven't seen. But yeah, Shade and I versus Jay, MVP versus Offensive Player of the Year, and in my personal opinion, Third Man of the Year.
Is that
It's
a
not
thing?
it's not a category, but it should be. 8-Bit
Oh.
Nation Third Man of the Year RLGLA edition. It was 8-Bit Shade for season 2.
We gotta
Um,
add that.
Absolutely.
Third man of the year? Oh, I like
But
the sound of that.
but I mean I think it's going to be a phenomenal matchup. Code's a new homie. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to really Chadwick or Kyron, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Louis can do in a matchup that might be a little bit more challenging. And
There-
we're also going to call on Count and Bard to step up. So it's going to be a hell of a match.
There's an extra bet on this, guys. If we beat them, Code is no longer allowed to call a chocolate egg an Easter egg.
I agree. I'm gonna
Okay.
have to agree with this one.
Like, I talked to him about it. He took the bet. So, and if they win, I got to start calling them Easter eggs. So that's gonna.
So what are you guys seeing in my matchup? Philly versus Palm Beach here.
I probably won't even turn it on. Really.
Oh God.
Wow. Fine, I'm not
I'm
casting
kidding.
your game.
So, we have Palm Beach that has given us 2 exciting 5-game series.
Yes, they have.
And Philly, coming off of their finals appearance. They had 1 week where they looked the part, another week where there were questions. But I very much look for Philly to rebound here and take it to Palm Beach, probably in 5. If anything is certain in that game, it's probably going 5.
Yeah, I mean, a pissed off Philly. They lost. They're not happy. Yeah, I mean, they can't be. They're gonna try to fix their problems. Take it to Palm Beach. Palm Beach has to make sure they don't go down 2 to Philly though, because then it might not go 5.
Mm-hmm.
A reverse sweep is gonna be a lot harder against Philly. I promise you that. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good game. I'm excited to watch it.
I think from Palm Beach's track record, I think we might have to let them win game 2 because they're pretty good at bringing this thing to 5. So, Palm Beach, good luck to you guys. I can't wait to play this game with you guys. King of the World, Garden, all longtime homies. So, yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
No luck to you, Omaha. Lose the game. Let's go on to our Bacon's player to watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up with a clever name besides Dog. That way I can appease the millions.
Your sizzling player.
It didn't happen. I thought about Sizzle. I'm gonna keep working on it. But anyway, for week 3, my player to watch out for, honestly and unbiased, is Koala. I want to see what this lineup does. I think this week is going to define the trajectory of their season. No offense to Myrtle Beach, but I just watched them play a slow series. I do think that the combination of Koala and Craney are going to outpace Myrtle. It is up to Koala to make sure that happens. I'm very excited to see that lineup come out because we've scrimmed them as well, and they've taken games where they completely hit us in the face. Do it in an actual game. You should not have been swept by Memphis. Come out and do it against Myrtle.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, Koala can do things sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty justified take right there. I mean, Koala, Not even as a player, but as a manager. He's just got to rally the guys and just get this one done. So I like the take.
Koala's a guy you can't shake either. Like, you can try to get in his head with talking smack, he ain't gonna do it. You can try to demo him and get him off his game, you're not gonna do it. He's gonna be him. So hopefully he steps up. Fun. So we've been requested to give picks on this podcast. So we're gonna run through them pretty quickly. Kind of just give the picks for the week and then move on. I don't know how long this podcast is going, but we're wanting to keep it a little bit shorter. So
Yeah. You want to do winner and series score or no? Just winner.
Just winner.
Just winner. Yeah. I didn't go so far to think of series score, so I'm gonna do winner.
I'm gonna do a series score on the spot.
Have fun with it. I'm taking Atlanta over San Fran.
Atlanta over San Fran.
Atlanta over San Fran, 3-1.
I'm obviously gonna take our C-Bus Legends over Omaha. Let's go.
The true Red Kingdom, baby. Columbus.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Columbus here. I think it's going to go Game 5, though. I think they take it 3-2.
That's fair. Galaxy, Monterey. I'm taking Galaxy. They got too much for them, man.
Boomer and Koa, you got to do it. I'm going Galaxy.
I'm going to go the opposite this time. I think I'm going to take Monterey 3-2 in Game 5.
Weirdo. Changing it up.
I think
Valley.
I think Law's going to be too much to handle for these boys.
You do?
I do.
Galaxy's a scary team, my guy. We got Death Valley at Myrtle Beach. I am taking Death Valley. No, I'm not. I read that wrong. I'm taking Myrtle Beach.
And this one I flip-flopped on throughout the week, but I'm putting it on my boy Koala. Go get that DV.
Yeah, I'm also going to take the Reapers here. I think they're going to get a sweep this week. I'm going to take Reapers 3-0.
Getting the brooms out, huh?
Yeah.
Las Vegas at Kansas City. Taking Las Vegas. That's an easy.
Las Vegas is too much. Absolutely.
Yeah, Las Vegas as well. I think Kansas City takes one game here. I'll do 3-1 Las Vegas.
Although, I made this pick before Mythic, so hey. Memphis at the Hayes. No shade on y'all, but had to go with Memphis.
Yeah, I do think it'll be a little bit closer than somebody might have thought a week ago, but I'm going Memphis.
I'm also going to go Memphis. I'm going to go 3-1. I think that new and improved Hayes roster they figure out a little bit, and they take one game at least here. 3-1 Memphis.
New York at Dallas. I went with New York.
Gotta go New York. Taco Spirit doesn't even know me, but Taco is one of my favorite players to watch, so go New York.
I think Dallas finally figures this one out, and I think New York's luck comes to an end. I got Dallas in 5 this round.
5.
I got Dallas in 5.
We go to Philly, Palm Beach. I think Palm Beach is finally going to put it together and not have to go and reverse sweep. They might trade games, but I got Palm Beach in this one.
Yeah, reluctantly, I'm going Palm Beach as well. I want Max and his posse to prove me wrong, so I'm going Palm Beach.
I'm going to take the hometown boys in Philadelphia. I think, unbiasedly, I think that we match up well against this squad, and we will see. I take Philly in 4.
Yeah, like I said, I think you guys, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a series, but
yeah, no hate. I like to see the unbiased takes. Love it.
Bacon, you want to throw us into some Rocket League, RLCS base game type news to end it?
Absolutely. So last weekend wrapped up the winter major with Carmine Corp getting the dub and clinching their spot at Worlds. But before Worlds, we will have the spring major, and that got announced to be in Boston, Massachusetts, July 6th through the 9th. I know there's a number of people talking about going there. So if you haven't been a part of those 8-bit conversations and you are going to Boston, definitely reach out. It'd be nice to get a squad there. But back to Worlds, we did have that announced as well. It's going to be in Germany, August 3rd through the 13th. So that's exciting, and if any of you are going to that, kudos, especially if you're stateside here. And then the final piece of information, it seems we finally had concrete confirmation that young Daniel is no longer going to be with Space Station, and he will pair up with Beast Mode in version 1.
I like the move. I do.
I'm wearing a version 1 shirt as we speak, so but I am.
So am I.
It's just the comfiest shirt in the world.
Wow, you guys are twins. So cute.
It's the comfiest shirt in the
Yeah.
world, and G2
V1
doesn't.
treated us very well at Worlds.
Yeah, G2
So,
doesn't make merch for fluffy people.
Yeah, that's true. My
Shade.
jersey came in, and oh my god.
Oh, it did come out. I was just about to ask, where's your jersey
It
at?
finally came in. They were supposed to email me saying it's on the way. They never did. I
Nope.
got it, and it's like a wool suit when I'm putting it on.
Yes, but they sent us a free G2 mask for all of the hassle.
They did do that. Cheap one, but they did do that.
They don't make them fluffy sizes?
No fluffy
No.
boys for
What?
a G2, I'll tell you that.
No, it's like Under Armour material, so
Yeah.
everything's 2 sizes too small.
They
Which
got a
I
couple
don't-
of fluffy guys on their team.
Listen, it doesn't make any sense for these gaming companies not to support fluffy men. Come on. Whatever. But guys, thank you for listening. I appreciate it greatly. We had a heck of a turnout for episode 1. Keep it going. We're gonna keep getting better at making these. You guys want to say goodbye? Kiss the homies goodnight?
Oh,
Yeah. Kiss the homies goodnight.
always kiss the
Absolutely.
homies, good night. Except for Flakes, unless he understands why I traded Mythic.
I give Mythic extra kisses goodnight. So
But yeah, this is going to be, a fun thing to look forward to record and to listen to every single week. So glad to be a part of this and doing this with you guys.
if you want to be a guest, reach out. We'll start making lists of people. Figure out when would be good to have you on.
Bye!